Hey everyone, this is Kyle from the TF Review, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Legacy Megazord. This is the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Legacy Megazord. And why are we taking a look at this 2 years after it actually came out? Good question. Now, it is worth noting that this is the 2013 version that came out a couple years ago. This is the original Legacy Megazord release. There was a 2015 version, and there were a few small differences. The main differences between the 2013 and the 2015 are that this version came with a sticker sheet, so you had to apply the stickers manually versus the newer release, which actually came with the stickers pre-applied. So if you are one of those people that likes to apply your own stickers, you would definitely have to try and hunt down one of the original older versions. And another difference is that the current 2015 version has slightly tighter knee joints, and that's mainly to help support the Megazord when you are in Ultrazord mode, because of all the die cast that's being used. It really weighs it down. And those changes can also be found in the 2015 edition of the Black and Gold Legacy Megazord as well. Taking a quick look at the packaging, it is very reminiscent to the original Megazord box. You got the main Megazord right there. You got the 5 Zords down there, choking hazard. But on this version, you do have the Power Rangers 20th Anniversary logo, the original logo, and that's about it. On the side, it does tell you a little bit about the Zords themselves, and also gives you some stats about the Megazord, which is really cool. Of course, you'll see some also major differences on the 2015 release, as it also shows the Dragon Zord and Titanus on the back. It shows you each Zord, shows you their combined mode, and shows you their tank mode. And yeah, it's very simple, very retro. Dig it. On this side, it gives you the story of the Power Rangers, and also includes an image of the 20th Anniversary Red Ranger figure. Again, you won't find this on the 2015 release. I believe it just has a picture of all 5 Rangers. On the top, it says Megazord and has, well, the Megazord's head and chest. So, that's it for the packaging. I love the packaging. The box is very premium, very sturdy, and I'm glad that it has stayed in good shape this long. So, we're going to go ahead, we're going to open the packaging, we're going to take a look at Mr. Legacy Megazord. So, when you finally go ahead and open the box, this is everything that you get, also including the Megazord's Power Sword, but we'll talk about that a little bit later in the review. We have the Pterodactyl, the Saber-Toothed Tiger, Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, and of course the Mastodon. Now, it's worth noting that the Legacy Megazord does share the same mold as the 2010 release, when they were trying to kind of reboot the original Power Ranger series, before Disney gave up the rights. But they've really plussed that mold with not only incredibly show accurate stickers, and tons of paint detail and chrome, and they look absolutely stunning. Starting with the Pterodactyl, we can see it's fairly small, as expected. The main bit of die cast is in her head. The rest of it is just molded in plastic. And the front sticker does look shiny now, versus it being just kind of a matted window-looking thing that the original and the 2010 release kind of had. The head does have articulation due to the transformation. The wings can articulate a little bit. And you can remove her feet in Megazord mode. And these will form cannons. Moving on to the Saber-Toothed Tiger. Her teeth can still move. They're painted with nice silver paint. You do have wheel detail. Again, the sticker's very show accurate, much more show accurate than the original toy was in '93. And the main bit of die cast is right here in her tail. And it does weigh it quite a bit in the back, if you can't tell. That's just how heavy the tail is. It's kind of ridiculous, but it looks great. Moving on to the Triceratops. Very similar to the Saber-Toothed Tiger. The horns are painted in a nice silver detail. Nice silver paint. The stickers, again, incredibly show accurate. Got a nice silver sticker in there. And once again, the tail is the main bit of die cast. And it is very heavy, and it looks really great. And also the head is a little more show accurate than the original toy as well. Continuing on to the Mastodon. Mastodon. That sounds like a crazy rock band. I don't know why. It is now, well, it still was black, but now features really very metallic looking stickers You can see it in the front. His tusks and his trunk are all painted beautifully in silver. He does have the green eyes. And again, he is more show accurate than the original toy, which is great. His bit of diecast actually can't really be seen when in Mastodon mode, but you can see little hints of it, and when we put him in Megazord mode, they'll really show, and it'll be real nice. Now, here is the main bit of the Megazord. This is the Tyrannosaurus, the Red Ranger's Megazord. Well, Zord. And we can see, obviously, the main bit of diecast is right here in his legs. Apart from the thighs, the rest of it is, in fact, molded in plastic and very well painted with the silver details. He now has, he now has the flamethrower details right there, just kind of done in a sticker, but that wasn't in the original toy, and that is great. In terms of articulation, he's got wee little arms that move. His head can look up and down, his mouth can open, it's sweet. And if you really needed to, you can move his feet around and give him different stances and whatnot, but you really don't have a lot of options. And his tail is all static. It's just one big piece, and that's basically it. So again, in their animal modes, they look insanely good. I don't think I could ask for anything better. And over time, I've noticed that these versions of the mold are starting to grow on me. So I really don't mind that they didn't do a reissue of the original toy. I'm honestly kind of fine with the 2010 release, being all gussied up. Now, there are two modes where you can combine everything. The first is, of course, the tank mode. And you form the tank kind of by half transforming it into Megazord mode and half not. So to form tank, basically what we're going to do is we're going to take Triceratops, Saber-Toothed Tiger, and we're going to get them almost ready for Megazord mode, but not quite. There, and that we can leave down like that. Then, we need to get Tyrannosaurus, and just kind of fold them like that. And we can go ahead and plug the legs in, like so, and kind of just arrange everything down like that. We can also fold his arms up. Next, we want to take Mastodon. We're going to remove his head completely, put that to the side. And we're going to turn the Megazord to the side. Rotate those, and this will just peg in right there, and pegging. It all just pegs right into place. Now we can orient the shoulders. And clip the tail in back like that. Now what we want to do is we want to take the head of the Mastodon, fold out this little peg right there, and that just pegs into that little hole right there in his chest. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And that kind of fills in the gap right there. Then we can go ahead and take the feet of the Pterodactyl, and these will become the main turrets for the tank mode. Those just peg into little holes right there underneath his feet. Alright, lastly, what we can do is just kind of balance Pterodactyl in the back like that, and there we go. And it looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? The die-cast really makes this thing look super premium, super Chogokin-y, and really nice. It's amazing just what a little bit of die-cast and polish can do. And the chrome stickers also do a lot for it. Now, basically what we've done is we've converted it to Megazord mode, I would say about 80% of the way. So to get it into final Megazord mode, you want to remove Pterodactyl. What we can do is fold the legs down, want to fold the head up, fold her arms up, fold his head up. We also if you want to be super show accurate, you can flip up Saber-Toothed Tiger's teeth. And we have that so far. We're going to unpeg the guns, rotate the arms down, fold out the fists, make sure the elbows are nice and tight, and we're going to remove Mastodon head from the chest. Then what we're going to do is we're going to remove and lower the dino head, or the Tyrannosaurus's head, as you can see, and then fold out the horns of the Megazord. And actually, she just kind of, her head folds back, and her wings fold in like that, and her chest just pegs right into place like so. Bada boom. Lastly, we can turn him around. We're going to peg the cannons, or the feet, of the Pterodactyl in the back right there. And there we go. Now we've got the Legacy Megazord, and my god, what a beautiful, beautiful toy this really is. The character is very, very iconic, and this just makes it look that much cooler and that much better. If you want to go ahead and arm him up, you can take the Mastodon's head and use it as a shield. It does kind of stick out a bit, which bugs me, but from the front you really can't tell. And you can take his sword, and that just pegs right in. Now, in this version, the 2013 version, the sword is a very, very tight fit. But in the 2015 version that was just released, they did actually drill the hands to be a little bit bigger, so you won't have that issue with the more current version, and you won't have to worry about any chrome flaking off. So yeah, this one is a little bit tight. Also, in the 2015 version, you'll notice the legs are a little bit wobbly. That issue was completely fixed, to an extent actually. It is still a little bit wobbly, but it can now support the Dragon Sword a lot better. That's basically it for the toy. There's not a lot to say about it because it is so iconic, and it is just a gorgeous toy. If you're a Power Ranger collector, this is the toy that kind of changed everything. Because for the longest time, Power Ranger collectors were very, very neglected. And of course, with the 20th anniversary of Power Rangers and the release of the Legacy Megazord, that changed, again, everything. We now have, what? We have the Black and Gold Legacy Megazord, we got the Dragon Zord, we got Titanus, and we've got the White Tiger Zord, and now we're getting the Legacy Thunder Zord, Assault Team, and the Red Dragon Zord. So it's very apparent that this toy was hot enough to start a whole sub-brand with the whole Legacy thing. And I honestly don't think there has been a better time. And I'm going to say that this toy is in some way, shape, or form primarily responsible. And that right there is worth it for me. So, the good news is, if you want this toy, it is available. It won't be this particular version, it'll be the 2015 version where improvements have been made and you don't have to apply the stickers. And I believe it's only $59 on Amazon, which is an absolute steal. If you do find it at that $59 price point, especially on Amazon, I recommend jumping on that because this toy is absolutely worth it. Anyway, that does it for this review of the 2013 Legacy Megazord. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Again, thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next video.